What did you do?
It's been a long couple days.
Yeah, you look like
You look like shit. Both of you do.
Yeah, it's been... I've had better. How you holding up?
I'm alive. I got people wanting to kill me. It's just a usual day, I guess. How about you?
It's been hard. Haven't been exactly in the best of boats, but I've been keeping an optimistic mindset, I guess you could say.
It's good to hear. Listen, I'll do it. You got questions, I got answers. I'm going around making my amends. I was kind of saving you for last, I guess. But, you had something to say, you got something you want to know. I'm here. It's all open.
I was just speaking to Ed, and he was telling me that he's been getting calls from you about, I guess,
Helping.
yeah, helping stay on a moral compass.
Yeah.
And he had questions, and I said that a lot of the questions that Ed has are the questions that I have too. And I take them on a personal level. And I hope you can maybe understand and potentially respect that I come to you with said questions.
Of course.
I'm probably going to go back quite a bit on a timeline, if that's okay.
It's fine.
The Illuminati.
Mm-hmm.
Why was I involved? Was what you told me the truth?
No. As I explained it to Troy, and I'll tell you now, the Illuminati never existed. It was all made up.
Raise your hand if you need help.
Yeah. So, a long time ago, I joined Prune Gang. Melbert and I had this bright idea that we shared with Carl later about hypnotizing people into being sleeper agents so that we could cause mass chaos as Prune Gang. I basically was given the more secretive side of the mission. Mel would lead the chaos, and I would supply people to do so.
You were the fuel to a fire.
Correct. Our first person was Nettie Machete. She wanted to be hypnotized, and Jordan Steele and Melbert had made the deal that we'd hypnotize Nettie and make a peace between Lock Q and Prune Gang. So, I made it where Nettie, upon a particular word, would listen to whatever me and Mel said. However, Mel used her twice, almost immediately after, to escape police custody. And Bailey came to me and asked me to fix Nettie. I had felt bad for what I had done. By that time, I'd hypnotized quite a few different people already, and had implanted the same thing into them. So that day, I decided to let Nettie go, essentially. But she wanted me to continue it and to assist helping her find Bailey's stalkers and killing them. And so that's where that all started, I guess. The whole idea of helping people that I hypnotized. But me and Carl later came up with the idea of the Illuminati. Or, well, I came up with it. Carl helped me push it. I used my hypno patients as placeholders of positions to make people believe that it was there. Make it believe that that looming presence in the shadows existed. After I got it established, I wanted to use it to pull police away from things I was actually doing, which was attempting to get enough people to one day pretty much go all-out war against the government. However, the first step of wanting to prepare for that war was I needed someone on the inside. I had hypnotized you and some others. Bryce, Caldwell, Carl. We'd all had different requests. You had wanted to go to France, and Carl wanted to remember that he still had his eye.
I didn't go to France.
No, you didn't actually go to France. I
Fuck.
hypnotized you to believe that you went upon your request. I also taught you some minuscule French so that you believed that you went as well.
Hasn't really come into use too often, but okay. Fuck.
Yeah. Anyways, Carl and I, we wanted to be able to know what the PD was doing and when, and so we needed someone on the inside. And we used you to set a trap for your father. We made you believe there was a meeting and that I needed you to pass information and be a mouthpiece for this Illuminati. Carl and I rolled up. We took your father. And I then did terrible things to him. Well, I tortured him and implanted a thought in his mind that I would always be a good guy, a friend, that I, upon a phrase, again, could call him into action. After that point, we didn't want you getting any ideas that we had betrayed you. So Carl and I captured 2 people dressed in the way we were and burned them on top of his van for you to see. Shortly after that, myself and Carl, Lana, and Stacy Doyle made a trap for Dr. Choi as well. Dr. Choi was led to believe that she was helping me flee from...
Sorry.
Oh, I
Sorry.
deserved it. Flop was definitely thinking about it. You just helped him out.
I hope he deserved that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. You're good.
Yeah, sorry, there was something else. Where was I? We set the trap up for you, Dr. Choi. Carl, Stacy, and Lana, myself. You were believing that you were assisting in me fleeing. Something dark that was chasing after me. You led me downstairs, and I told you to wait here for a moment so I could come back and change clothes. And when I got back, a truck rolled up, and they took you and I hostage. Where we then took you into a place blindfolded, and inside of your mind as well, I, over a course of 3 days, placed suggestive thoughts and replaced memories that you definitely, at the time, hated. It was not right of me. I should not have done that to you. But nonetheless, it happened. You became my sort of persuasion token. A person like you, highly respected in the community, a well-known doctor, and then on the board of medicine. You were a much more believable piece of the Illuminati than I was. After that, I pretty much went to work establishing the fear of this organization to Brian Knight. Shortly after, Dan had approached me and Carl about potentially killing the Joker for him. We had pretty much went to work to establishing this false idea. We brought you in, Flop, to be able to watch you and make sure that you wouldn't potentially reveal what we did to your father. We began to create missions, and a sort of mission. To be honest with you, it got way out of hand. And after a time, I wasn't sure what to do. We wanted to reach out to Talon. Talon had gone dark. There was no way for us to contact them. So we began to pursue the dark web. And we began to find out secrets about it and people who were involved and everything else. But still, it wasn't quite all what we wanted. Toward the end, I felt as though I had acquired all these people in the hopes of some sort of coup, I guess, for the sake of corruption, because I believe police, and after today and yesterday, I believe it more. Please, one moment, I need to think about something.
Take your time. Wow. So, Flop wants to be upset about this. Flop wants to be mad about it. Flop wants to be angered.
All right.
But he can't. Because this is everything that he's been told, and now it's coming to light in truth. So this is not a surprise to him. This is what he wants to hear.
So, I had felt like I became responsible for a lot of the people, and I wanted to help. You in particular, Flop, I wanted to help you, and your situation with the Smileys, and then it went to Lot Q. You, Choi, had issues with Lot Q. I began to use what I had crafted for a sinister purpose to a lie that I told myself. That by doing this, I wasn't as terrible a person that I was. And I was able to keep pushing this lie and pushing this narrative and giving us things to focus on rather than the things I wanted you to even think about. To the point that I began to believe it. I began to believe our bonds were all true. In truth, they were built on my manipulations, my wanton greed for power, and my heinous actions.
I apologize.
You're fine. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not about to get swooped by ninjas.
No. I won't even. It was Bryce.
As it is, I owe you all an apology for the things I've done to you. Joy, you, during the time I was with you and I was trying to crawl inside of your mind, you had really hated your memories with Uchiha. It seemed you were angry and disappointed, and a lot of those were replaced with memories of me being your friend, being your confidant, and assisting you in exciting times. I shouldn't have done that. Even if I tried to tell myself I did it for you, it was wrong. For several months, you believed I was a close friend. And then, over time, as I told my lie, I believed that we did have feelings that were natural. But it is also why I stayed so distant from you, even though we said we were together. I knew the truth deep down. If you want more details or there's things you have questions about, please,
don't.
either of you ask. Right. As it is, the idea of hypnosis was true. And all those fake ideas that I said QQ made up was in fact true. I did those things. Copperpot had found out, and had found out way early on in the stage of this venture I wanted to take. So, she was able over time to piece more parts together. She never got the full scope, but I had hypnotized people to do terrible things. Flop, I did in fact put a word in your mind as well. I believe I activated you once to attempt a birthday party for Dan, but it never occurred. I wanted to capture Dan. I wanted to potentially have him on the inside as well. Or at the time, kill him. But it never occurred. And after that, I don't really believe I ever activated you again. Instead, I attempted to form a bond. But as I said, It was under lies, so I know it's not true. And today I tried to help your father. I wanted to tell him the things I've done. But I heard he walked off into a field. So, I probably will have to try again later. But I spent my day going around places and having people call 911 saying they saw Richard Dark. I was dressed like your father, and I had repainted the car to look like your guys' Mustang he was in. Other than that, I passed his information along to Weasel News. And
Holy
I'm,
shit.
Going to give them more information about other things as well.
What was your end goal?
When it started, the end goal was to become a powerful terrorist organization.
Was that your original intention when you started this?
Well, at first, it was chaos, but after I was left alone, and there was no direction for me and Carl, and we'd watched Talon, that did become the original goal, yes. Either for us to join Talon, or to make up our own thing.
Now, with all that said, did you... I'll keep it blunt and quiet. Was everything I heard at the hospital true? The photos? The rumors? The news
About
article?
the hospital?
Yeah.
Yes. After I killed Chastity, Chastity basically held up a mirror to my face. And I realized the monster that I was. I'd always told you all that I was bad, but I didn't realize how far I had sold my soul. So, I had a bit of a break. I told Izzy goodbye. I was gonna reach out to you, but at the time, I think you were upset with me. I was preparing to leave the city with Gemma. We were going to spend a couple of nights closing up some things and leave some stuff behind. But everything went astray when I ran into Deadeye on the street. I stopped to talk to him, and he invited me to go race. And I asked him if he was the person who had hurt, Izzy or not. And he went off on a spew about how, yeah, I shot that bitch, she fucking deserved it, I hurt her, I did it. And I was blind. Izzy had just told me that she loved me, and I was her father, and I felt so terrible. And when he said that, I just lost it. I gunned him down, left, picked up Gemma. Oof. Went to go hunt down a few more people. I was so angry. Jasper and whoever else I thought was going to cause problems. And the Deadeye called for me to return to Harmony, or he was going to kill everyone. I raced my way there. When I got there was no one. Someone had told me there was a gunfight. I left, tried to contact. Was never told where anyone was until Bryce told me that Izzy was in ICU again. Jim and I talked and felt as though we should leave. That we had ruined everyone's lives, and it was best if we just abandoned everyone now. I, at the time agreed, so we left. I returned though, and I stayed in the shadows for a long time. Talked to Jasper. I went so mad with rage, and I was so, I don't know, insane. At the time I had driven glass through my own eye because I couldn't deal with what I saw. Jasper and I began to talk, and he informed me of Ant's strange manipulations. Ant wanted me to pretend to kidnap her so that I could help her talk to Jasper. I did that. I acted as though I was going to kill his final prey, made him come out and deal with me. And then when we talked, I pulled my gun. As Andy had talked about, she thought he needed to die. And then she pulled her gun on me. Demanded I leave. I left her with him. They walked off. I had a chat. She went back to the tavern. Never really talked to her again outside of a phone call. And after that, I attempted to plan Jasper Saxon going to Pillbox Medical with a bomb, and I was going to set him off in the hospital together. I was tired of corruption, and is what I set out to do when I started everything. And I thought that by doing that, I could get people's attention to focus on it. I attempted to reach out to Weasel News to tell them more stuff. They posted their article. And in that time, Izzy contacted me. Her and I spoke.
This is so heavy, dude.
She revealed how she felt. Told me as though no one was really her family. I told her I didn't think that was really true. The only person she considered family anymore was you. And then she told me that she wanted to help me to do whatever I needed to assist. And at first, I think I was against it. But then she explained to me the deal that she wanted with Quinn. She wanted Quinn to do all this, whatever it was, she didn't care. And she just wanted to let Quinn have that, I guess. I went with it. And we set up a trap for Forcer. Divine. Left Divine, got Forcer. Divine then shot me down. saved my life, put me in prison.
Can you take off your glasses and put them back on if everything is okay?
Lana then broke me out of prison. And then I took Forcer again and asked her if she could help me. If I could change my life around, if I could actually be good. Because I was so lost. I didn't know what I was anymore.
Thank you.
Izzy was in Parsons. I was trying to get her out, trying to figure something to do. And then I realized that I was hurting Izzy by doing that. And every step I took made it worse for her. So instead I took Forcer to Parsons, where I, in front of Izzy, gave myself up and told her to change, to not be like me, to not trust Quinn either. I think I fell into Quinn's manipulations, because Quinn often told me how much Izzy cared and loved me and whatnot. Anyways, after that I spent the next 15 years in Bolingbrook with a deal to assist the DA and ADA in all their investigations of whatever they had going, along with PD. PD put me in, and then PD never talked to me again. But I helped Mr. Nine case, and the DOC vouched for me. So Paige and ADA, Mr. Wayne, got me out today on parole.
You know, I showed up to that.
To Mr. Nine's case?
No, to his death by firing squad, and I saw you.
Yeah. The judges wanted me there to watch, and they wanted to talk to me, I guess, and see what I was doing, how I was.
I won't draw this out. You know I'll never be able to forgive you for this, right?
I know.
I went through months of therapy with about 6 or 7 therapists with this specific regard. When Dark was in the ICU for about a month or 2. And I'll admit it was hard. Watching my friends go down really terrible paths because of things that we did. It made things very difficult, made things hard, made things feel like I had no choice but to rely on them. And to know about Carl and I guess where he stands in all this, how do I put this? Was Carl aware at all about how far he was? Or did you lead him to believe such a thing?
What do you mean, exactly?
You had mentioned that you hypnotized him.
I never hypnotized him the same way you were all hypnotized. He was there the day you guys got hypnotized, and I hypnotized him to remember his eye being there. But I never implanted thoughts or anything in him. Everything Carl and I did, we did together, and as friends.
Okay. Thomas, I don't think anyone would ever, side with me when I say this. But there were a lot of things I was involved with prior to ever being pulled into this. And I had everyone telling me, outside people saying, Plop, you are in some shit right now. I don't even think you realize how much shit you're in. You don't understand. You don't know what you're getting involved with. Thomas is not the guy that you want him to be. Whatever you want to say. Insert whatever the fuck. Here's reality. I want to thank you. But not in the way you may think. Because through a lot of what I went through with us, I'd be lying if I said you did not help me. And forgiveness is very difficult. It is a very hard thing. And I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive you. However, in regards to Smiley and other events that followed after Smiley, I do thank you. I really do think you could have had much better intentions. And I do think that regardless of this conversation that I said would never happen, I think it was needed. And I only wish that that initial lie was the truth. Because this would have changed my entire outcome.
I do too. I know I've done terrible things, and I will always have a scar on you. I'm sorry. I don't expect you to forgive me. I wish to make amends. I wish to work toward it. Izzy and I know a lot of you don't want her to talk to me, but I think we've had the truest of relationships. And I do wish the best for both of you. I heard you got a girlfriend. I don't know how that's going. I hope it's going well. Hope you're happy. Maybe in another life, thought I could have been that guy and could have helped you the right way, the correct way. But I hope you find someone that does care for you like that and put anything on the line.
I hope I do too. I hope you know that while you may feel like it's all over right now, you know this is pulling up.
It might be Izzy, and it might be Troy.
All right.
I think it's Izzy.
It is.
It's hard for me to see.
Did he just notice me?
Go on. Unless you want to wait.
I'm not afraid to open up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Thomas, I would go on a limb and say that forgiveness is off the table.
Oh, I know.
And I think that's a middle ground we can both agree with. But I appreciate the honesty. And the rumors that I have been told. are true.
Waiting in 10.
I honestly don't have much else to say. But I will say that I need to attend a wedding in about 10 minutes.
We'll enjoy C's wedding.
No one has to know we met. I made you that promise, and I will continue to make you that promise.
I appreciate it.
You take care of yourself, right?
You as well.
Izzy?
Have fun.
Are you not going?
No, so you can rot in hell. He didn't visit me at all.
Is that Izzy?
Yeah.
Did you get your answers?
I got everything.
Including how to break it?
Give me a second. I'm about to murder Bryce.
Why?
Oh, why didn't you ping me?
Stop.
What the fuck?
Stop telling people. Shut
I'm
the
not.
fuck. Why did Tessa text me? Who the
Oh.
fuck are you telling? I swear to God on everything.
Flop.
Shut the fuck up.
Flop. Okay, I'm Flop. I'm gonna go meet.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to see you here.
Yeah. I'm, yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah. That was a lot to swallow. That was a big pill. I spoke to,
What's Bryce got to do with all of this?
I spoke to Ed in PD, and I guess Thomas has been on trying to stay on a moral compass, and put simply, I just wanted to take that responsibility off Ed's shoulders, because I feel like a lot of the questions that he had were the same questions I had, and I feel like I may have taken it more on a personal level, and I wanted the truth to be the truth. So
I get you.
the rumors, the suspicions, all true. What everyone's been telling me has been true. I just wanted to hear it for myself. I felt like at bare minimum I was owed at least the honesty. And I didn't even have to work for it. I was given it. And on that, I'm willing to take that as an honest level of respect. So. To be honest with you, that's why I'm here.
Fine. I'm glad you found some kind of answers.
They may not have been the answers I wanted to hear. But they were the answers that I most definitely needed to hear. And I only hope the people that were affected are able to find peace with that knowledge. I can talk to you more about it in a bit if you'd like.
Yeah, go to the wedding. You're gonna be late,
Okay.
and you can probably understand why I'm not coming.
No, I fully understand. I didn't want to show up myself, but I'm showing up for someone else.
Yeah, I can't even look at him right now, so
I don't blame you.
I'd probably put a bullet in his head. So it's probably best I don't go.
I respect that.
I want Mel to have a good day, you know. I'm not gonna let my selfishness ruin it, I guess.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Send her my love, okay?
I will. I will. And I will give you a call very soon. Is he alright?
I gotta go pick up Joy, but I'll talk to you later, okay?
Alright. We'll talk.